Hi and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben and this is my review for The Devil Punisher in Netflix original series. A baker by day and demon fighter by night, a reincarnated deity must jog his amnesiac's lover's memory of their millennium-long romance. So there's going to be 20 episodes in this series there. Unfortunately, it's weekly by weekly, so we're going to have to wait. It's very torturous, but each episode is almost feature length long. It's like an hour and 10 minutes to an hour and 20 minutes, depending on the episode. In this first episode, after an explosion at Nile Bridge, Zhang Qi visits the human realm to retrieve Meng Po, who lost all memory of her previous life. If you're used to this type of series, no doubt you'll watch this and you'll feel comfortable. But for those that aren't, this is a soap. I guess like you would class it if in the UK, it would be like similar to EastEnders, any kind of soap opera, very dramatic filled, and yet it's got really cheesy comedy the whole way through, cheesy sound effects and wire work up the wazoo. So if you're thinking martial arts, there is a lot of that, but they're also flying about. We have fairly cheap special effects. There was one point where a woman was thrown into the river and you could totally see it. That was a fake body. It didn't look real at all. And then the next moment we see a guy walking in water and the effects seem pretty good. So there is a bit of mixed match. It's very tongue-in-cheek, and if you're not used to this type of, I guess, genre, it definitely is a genre of its own, then you might just switch it off and go, what on earth am I watching? But I know there is a dedicated fan base and I'm slowly coming around to it. I kind of love the Korean dramas. This is Chinese and the original language is Mandarin. There is no English dubbing. There is only Mandarin, but there is English subtitles. I always opt in to watch the original language because I feel like you get the nuances from the acting, and that for me is the best way to watch it. It takes you a little while to kind of settle into the world. It takes you probably about 20 minutes to figure out what this show actually is. So don't expect anything serious at all. There are moments of the drama llamas coming in and totally feels like a soap that I would watch here in the UK. But then you have the silly sound effects where somebody will look one way and you'll have like a ba-ba and the eyes will move left and right, and there's sound effects for the eyes moving left and right. Yeah, it's just completely over the top and silly, and that is part and parcel for this type of series, this type of show, I believe, like similar to K-drama but not K-drama, Chinese drama, with a comedy element, with a supernatural element. It is a lot of fun. It's easy to kind of just put on and let it play in the background and enjoy the characters' journey, I guess. This is going to be an epic journey. I believe it's going to be around for a while. You know, we have at least 20 hours in this series, and I think there's going to be more because I know there's a lot of scope in the story. Within the first episode, we get a lot of interesting fight scenes, which I enjoyed. For the most part, the special effects are something that I feel like I could create on After Effects, and then occasionally there's some really decent wire work. The strongest part of this series is probably the martial arts, where I think for the most part it's filmed quite well, but you can see that the actors know how to fight. You believe that they have the skill, or at least the choreographer has taught their actors how to handle a scene, how to portray a fight scene online, and so that part was really believable. The acting, like I said, is very cheesy, very over the top. There's those moments where girl meets boy and there'll be this forlorn look of their look off into the distance, and the camera will zoom up on them, and then there'll be this like really cheesy soundtrack in the background, you know, kind of like soapy music, and someone will be singing something that I don't understand, and they'll look at each other for extended minutes, not just seconds, and it feels like it goes on for a long time. That is what you should expect in this series. If you're used to that, you're gonna love this. If you're not, you're gonna find this very hard to watch. Like I said, there's a core demographic for this, and you've probably already watched this episode and you're hankering for the next one because you love this type of series. I think it's done well. It's kind of what I expected from this series, and kind of better in parts, although the cheese is definitely there. The sound effects make me go, what on earth? Why is that sound effects? Why have they used those sound effects? Why have they used that special effects? I guess it's just it's part of the culture, I feel like, as well. That is what you would get, I think, because I can't speak, I've never been, so I'd love to, but yeah, I think it's going to definitely split audiences. If you've never watched anything like this, you're going to find it difficult unless you like K-dramas or similar. I know Netflix have quite a few other series you can watch that's similar. The School Nurse Files, The Ghost Bride, Hanson Siblings, The King, Eternal Monarch. There's just a whole bunch that is on there. So there's definitely a calling, like it's a calling. I need to watch this. This is my Sunday viewing. Could be a lot of fun to watch this weekly, bi-weekly as well. Something that you can enjoy, then work up to, get rewarded for the end of the week. Just sit back, have a cup of tea and watch this. Let me know in the comments below, what are your favorites like this? Is this part of the culture? If you're used to watching this, I'd love to hear what you have to say on the matter. Which part of this episode was your favorite, and so far, who's your favorite character? I kind of like the sword lady. I think she's quite quirky, quite fun. Thanks so much for watching this, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long on Tuesday.